All right, today we are going to tackle everyone's favorite subject when it comes to real estate, mortgage rates. All right, so before we get into it, I just kind of want to take a moment to just thank God for all the great things going on in our lives. I know there's a lot recently that we have to complain about or wonder about or worry about, but there's also a lot of great things going on where we live here in Oklahoma, Mustang, Yukon, this central Oklahoma area. We're very lucky and fortunate. We've had a lot of rain. We've had just wonderful mild weather. So I thank God for all that good stuff, and I hope wherever you are that you are blessed and taken care of, and everything's going good for you. So, all right, mortgage rates. So if you're thinking about buying or selling a house or buying a house, or you're in the market, all that stuff, I'm sure you've, the algorithm has been popping it up on your news feed, your social medias, all that good stuff. And you have at least heard or read or heard someone talk about mortgage rates at some point. So I'm not like the most educated person on this subject. I'm just going to touch it real briefly as to what it means for you as a buyer and seller, and for me as a real estate agent helping people buy and sell in our local area. So right now, rates today, like a conventional rate is 6.285, an FHA rate 6.134, and a VA is 5.857. If you look at like the NAR chief economist, if you look at predictions for 2026, it's predicted that rates will stabilize around 6%. So right about where they are. They're probably not going to go up much from where they are if they do. If anything, they're probably going to come down a little bit. The prediction that I've seen and heard is as low as like 5.5 to 6%, somewhere around there. So not a huge difference. You probably heard that the Fed met just recently, a couple days ago, the 18th, so last Thursday, so almost a week ago, and they cut it by a point, which a point in the real estate world, in the mortgage world, means 0.25%. So it's really confusing. I think they do that to make it sound better than it actually is. So a point is 0.25%, is actually a quarter. Mortgage rates didn't drop that much overnight after the Fed dropped their benchmark rate. Why is that? Well, that is because mortgage rates change daily. So the benchmark, the Fed, they meet 8 times a year and adjust the rate how they see fit, if they do at all. But mortgage rates change daily. Hourly, but daily for easy conversation. So that mortgage rates have already been adjusting before the Fed just met in anticipation that they were going to lower it. So like if you look at rates a couple months ago, they were close to 7, and I just told you like a conventional rate is 6.2. So like I said, they've already adjusted for that. So that's why you didn't see this huge mortgage rate drop after they dropped the benchmark rate. So I hope that explains it. I hope that explains it a little bit to help you out, because I know there's if you read memes and you keep up with the news, there's a lot of information out there. So what does this mean in the near future, 2026, if you have your house listed or you're in the market to buy a house right now for you? It's probably going to be a little bit the same as what it has been, honestly. I mean, it going down will help a little bit. The longer that the rates stay stationary, all the buyers that have been sitting out there just waiting, eventually they're going to do it because they don't have any choice to do it, because they realize that it's not going anywhere. 3% is not coming back. 4% anytime soon is not coming back. I mean, you never know. No one could have ever predicted what COVID did to the world, but in the foreseeable future, it's not coming back. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. So if you're selling your house, you have to be realistic. You can't list your house of what you want or what you need or what any other reason why you come up with that your house is worth this. You got to be realistic and look at real comparable prices, real numbers, real homes that have sold in your neighborhood, and come up with your price. Inventory has grown, and it probably will continue to grow a little bit. If you read reports, I know builders have kind of eased a little bit, so that's good for existing home sellers, that they're kind of not, new builders aren't building quite as much, even though if you're in our area, it doesn't seem like that. You are competing against builder incentives, which there are some great builders giving some great incentives out there for buyers. So that's something to keep in mind if you are a buyer. Also to keep in mind if you are a seller, because that is what you are competing against. Because buyers, they're all looking at the same houses. So anyway, if you have any questions, if you need any help, if you want to buy a home, if you want to sell a home, give me a call. I would love to sit down with you and talk to you, and we can see if selling a home is what you need to be doing right now, or I always think it's a good time to buy a home, because we talk about interest rates, but remember the rate on renting is 100%. You're never getting any of that back, so you're literally, I mean, you're wasting all that money. So it's always a good time to buy a home. Anyway, give me a call. Thanks.